Hello friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. It is a nice cloudy day. We are taking advantage of that here at the nursery in Dallas, North Carolina. Now listen, tis that time of season, right? We are a grower, retailer, garden center, online, you name it. Basically we do it here at Creekside Nursery. Fun news, so all annuals 50% off, whether you are here at the garden center or you are shopping online right now while supplies last. All annuals are 50% off. If you were here at the nursery, that means hanging baskets. That means caladiums in 8-inch. It means all kinds of annuals in those grande size containers. And then of course online, all of those annuals are on sale for you as well. We'll have a code, we'll throw it up. You can use that code. Make sure you use the code at checkout, people, to get your 50% off.
No, it will be a code or it will be pre-marked.
Yes, we haven't decided yet. This is a little bit on the fly. So either there is a code, if there's a code, you'll have it on the screen right now. Otherwise, they'll just be already marked down and you don't need a code. We'll let you know, y'all. We're just going on the fly here. Now, that being said, now listen, it is the middle of July and these plants, these annuals, basically have been in their containers since February. I say this with the most love and tender heart that I possibly can. Y'all, some of them are just looking a little rough because they are desperate to get out of the containers. Does this mean that the plant is not going to perform well? Absolutely not. Remember just the other day I was up at the entrance to the garden center and we planted those urns. I had some surefire begonias. They look sad. I pinched them back. I planted them anyway. The grass, same thing. Give them 2 weeks. Get them out of that grande container. Put them in some fresh, beautiful soil. Fertilizer, water, sunshine, boom, they are going to explode. So these annuals are as is, okay? So if you get petunias and they're a little long, it's all right, prune them. You're getting them for 50% off. All orders $175 plus ship for free, no code needed, okay? So I just say that with all the love. As is, they're great plants because they have great healthy roots. All right, now speaking of great healthy roots, it is most definitely perennial hibiscus season here in the South. Oh my dear heavens. We have got a beautiful selection here at the garden center. I think online most of them have sold out for the season, but here at the garden center we have got beautiful displays for you.
Some Holy Grail up there.
Jerry said maybe there was some Holy Grail online, but like this is the All Eyes on Me from Proven Winners, the Summerifics. Y'all, these are one of those plants that you can plant now. This is a plant that will actually perform a whole lot better in the ground in July and August than it will in a container. Again, to prove my point, I just planted the new introductions for 2026 and the landscape. So I am practicing what I preach. Jenny's not saving all the best plants for her. I'm doing exactly what I am telling you to do. I'm planting annuals that are looking a little rough, but they're gonna bounce back and be gorgeous. I am planting Summerific hibiscus in my landscape right now, middle of July. Now, name your color, basically, name your shape, you're gonna have availability on that. So you had the All Eyes on Me, then here we have Inner Glow. This is from Walter's Gardens. It is a beautiful, nice, rich pink mauve color with a little bit of a darker foliage on it. Then one of my favorites, I have this at the chicken coop. Oh my heavens. Look at that massive bloom. This is Starry, Starry Night. Just to give you an idea, these are my hands together and look how big that flower is. Starry, Starry Night has that gorgeous color to it. Nice, dark, near black leaves. I mean, phenomenal. It's gonna be more of a gumdrop. It's wider than it is tall. If you like red, we have got Valentine's Crush. She's a little turned sideways here. Might have to swap with Jerry here. Let me turn the plant around so you can see it. So the Crush series are going to be more of that upright. Obviously Valentine's Crush is going to be a gorgeous, deep, really, it's a deep bright red. If that's a contradiction, then so be it, but that's kind of what it is. Also, we have got the Valentine's Crush. Valentine's Crush is going to be more of that lilac. It really will take on like some blue hues to it. So there's tons of options here for you. We've got the Cookies and Cream. We have got the Edge of Night. The one that we are sold out is Watermelon Ruffles. So if you snoozed, you lose this year. You lost. Whatever, y'all. It's still early. So if you snooze, you lost. You know, you snooze, you lose. Well, they snooze, they losed on the... We're just making things up around here, y'all. So we'll have watermelon ruffles next year. Now, we got some more back over there, roses of Sharon, you name it. Lots of beautiful options for you for sure. So let's go in and let's take a look at, I do want to kind of run through the garden center right quick so I can show my people who are going to be coming to the nursery what is available. Also, we're going to hit the pines and show you some really nice shade-loving hydrangeas that are available. And then, of course, perennials. We have got tons of perennials, again, that are perfectly ready to be planted right now because Echinacea, for example, Echinacea loves the hot weather. They will do really well being planted now. Different plants will have different really seasons of the year where they do most of their like root growth. So echinaceas are one of those plants, Echinacea, Rudbeckia, the Heliopsis, the hot weather plants that we have out here, your grasses, the Monardas, the raspberries. I love the raspberries. Your perennial grasses. These are the plants that really do the most active root growth in the heat of the summer. Now, like some plants, like say hostas, for example, ferns, they love to have major root growth during those colder seasons. You got hot weather plants, you got cold weather plants. These out here are hot weather plants. Now, this is the Leading Lady Raspberry, which is like one of my absolute favorites because it's petite. It bloomed, we sheared it back, and now it's starting to have a second flush of flowers. It's not going to be as strong as the first flush, but it is reblooming. So with your Monardas, you can go ahead and deadhead them. Just cut them back just a little bit. I mean, we're not talking about cutting them to the ground. Just do it a little bit, and then you could get a second flush of flowers. Now, talking about grasses, oh my gosh, y'all, lots of beautiful options on these grasses. These are perennial grasses. Will do really, really well here in the South. A lot of these are going to be like those panicum grasses. We've got some panicums. We've got the schizochyriums right here. So if you don't have grasses in your garden, I highly recommend that you do because they are great additions to your garden. Depending if you want them short, you want them tall, you want some with some pink, you want some in that blue-green, you name it, we've got them. So like the Apache Rose, the Cheyenne Sky. One of my personal favorites is the Niagara Falls, right? So great time to add them to your garden. This is one of those plants that adding them like late in the fall may not be the best time to add them, right? So July, August, even September here, you would be good to add them. I've got some of the brush strokes. That's that new schizochyrium. I grabbed 4 last week, and so I am going to be adding them to the backyard flower beds because they're just a beautiful grass. So again, I am practicing what I am preaching to you, right? And so every season there is something new to plant, especially here in the South. That's the beautiful thing about living here in the South is essentially we can garden year round. Now, let's quickly talk about annuals that are 50% off. So caladiums, coleus. My gosh, y'all, if you don't have portulaca and you get at least 6 hours of sun somewhere, you need to grab this. This is going to make a gorgeous ground cover, container, hanging basket. I cannot say enough great things about these plants. Now, we've got a little bit of mango here. Mango is the new color. Of course, you know that I have the yellow in the garden boxes. They are unbelievable, great pollinator attractor. So highly recommend that. Yes, the Dichondra Silver Falls, she is ready to get out, y'all. You know what I would do if I were buying one of these, right? 50% off. This is what I would do. Have this, right? The root system is insane on this thing. So I would take it home, and if I'm putting it in a container, which most likely you would do, I would take it and I would cut all of this off, okay? Cut it all off. Within like 7 to 10 days, it is going to flush out and be growing like crazy. Do not be afraid to prune your annuals, especially these ones that have been in these containers. Avovulus blew my mind, y'all. Great sun-loving, drought-tolerant, heat tolerant, hates to be fertilized. Beautiful. Again, I have them in the garden boxes. You can put them in a container. You can use them as a ground cover. I'm telling you, y'all, coleus. Now, little tip, and I'm thinking about doing this. I'm gonna do it. I just got to remind myself to do it. Grab some coleus right now. Okay, it's 50% off. Think fall, right? If you're in the South, you know that our fall, like the rest of the country, September, they're like, oh, it's fall, it's so cool. Meanwhile, we're down here sweating to death, okay? So you can have fall colors that can handle the heat, the humidity that we still have in September into October. So get your Wicked Witch, your Apple Brandy Coleus, the Ridiculous. All of these colors are beautiful for the fall. You can take them. We got a tree. Look at this. This is embarrassing, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. We never should have let it get like this. This is Golden Dreams. Buy this. It's got a massive root system to it. Put it in a container or the landscape, and y'all, I would cut this much off. I would cut it right here. All of this gone. Cut it here. It is going to flush out. It is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
So you better hurry up and get over here and get them like this, because they're going to be 50% off. Because what we're going to be doing is taking these, cutting them back, putting them in gallons, so we have them available for full price in the fall. Also, caladiums. Think fall for your caladiums. They're going to go all the way through those heat of the summer with you. The sedums, these are perennial sedums. These love the heat. They're getting ready to bloom. You've got the Rock and Glow Coral Jade. That's going to do like little, I think this was like a yellow flower on it. So your sedums, perennials, hot, dry, neglect, like just give them just terrible. They hate those kind of conditions, right? They don't like to be fussed over. They don't like to have a lot of water. Also, another great annual to think of for your fall containers, Plum Dandy. So Plum Dandy is a great foliage only. It's not going to bloom. Think of it kind of like a coleus, but it's more compact, and it has really, like, it'll turn when it's out of the greenhouse a really deep, deep, deep purple. This is a beautiful plant, a beautiful annual that will take you through. The Cleome, y'all, they're pathetic. But was it 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago? I took annuals. They were actually in gallons when I had them, but they looked just like this. They were sad. I put them in the berm, and within 2 weeks, they were massive. So again, if you buy the Senorita Blanca Cleome, you can take it, shear it back, plant it in the ground, water it for the first couple of weeks, right, to get it established. Y'all, they will turn out amazing. They will get huge and big and beautiful. We've got the Chick Charms. They too, great. Technically they're perennials, but they're going to be marked down as 50% off. We're going to get them out of here. So these are perennials, the Chick Charms, so you can leave them out. I have had Chick Charms. These are the Sempervivums, whatever you want to say. They have been outside for years on my patio and are beautiful. So the Chick Charms, they too are 50% off. If you want, we've got ferns, like we've got the big macho ferns, some Boston ferns, I think, and maybe some Kimberly Queens in nice big containers. These are like 2 gallons. These too would be 50% off. Great for the shade, part sun, filtered sun area. This is macho.
How much is it?
I have no idea. I don't know how much the ferns are.
They are $25.99, something like that. So it'll be
$12. $12. I mean, insane, y'all. And you have got tons of time to let those things continue to grow. All right, out here we got sun patience. Sun patience would be beautiful. Perfect time to go ahead and add them to the landscape. Your angelonias, great, do it. You got it. Lantanas. There are some petunias. There's some verbenas. They're looking rough, y'all. They're going in gallons. Well, if you get here fast, you never know. Lantanas, Vermillionaire, you name it, there's tons of them. All right, let's head on over let's talk shade stuff. We got some good heavy rain last night, and so if you think things are a little, it's because they are. All right, So here we go. For the shade, you have got, let's talk about shade annuals first of all. Let's do that since they're 50% off. So we're gonna come over here. Now, a lot of these plants like the coleus can do sun or shade. So you're gonna see them in both areas. But if you have shade, you absolutely can do it. We have got a good selection of the Rocapucos, those double impatiens for those shade gardens. You can do those, both sides of those. There's some double up begonias over here. The Pegasus begonia. This is like a Rex begonia. That would be great in containers or the landscape. Nice big size to it. Easy, nice kind of fun, different kind of structure to that one as well. So lots of options. There's hostas in here. There's all sorts of things in here. We have 2 of the Florida Sunshines left. We had a sweet lady from Hickory call last week and she was like, I need some Florida Sunshines. And we had them, and so I picked them up for her and she came and grabbed them. So lots of options out here as far as that goes with your camellias and your azaleas. Lots and lots of options. But the big thing is 50% off those annuals, right? Come get them. Have fun, enjoy, start thinking about fall. I know for some of y'all, you're like, yes, fall, bring it on. And some of y'all are like, no, we want to keep summer. Well, it's going to come whether we want it to or not. So let's just go ahead and prepare and have a beautiful garden all the way through the fall. So either online or here at the garden center, while supplies last, annuals 50% off. Jerry, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So just know that we have lots of options here for you. So Wednesdays through Saturdays 9 to 3, come see us here at the Garden Center. Of course, if you're shopping online, we're open 24/7, 365. So we would love to have you there as well. If you have found this fun, informative, and inspirational, we would love it if you would like and subscribe to Gardening with Creekside. That way you don't miss those 5 videos that we do each and every week. And that way you don't miss fantastic specials like this, because this is going to be the only way that you're going to know that these plants are 50% off. So y'all have an amazing day. Come see us, shop online. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.